Oh, saya dulu lama di Azusa.
Tidak begitu jauh.
Ya,
Ya, tidak
saya
begitu jauh.
satu tahun di Azusa saya.
Oh, cukup lama.
Ya, so I know apa road 110, 10, 210.
Oh ya, semua dihafal. Semua dihafal. Dan macet di sini hampir semacet Jakarta, kan?
Oh ya, oke. Oh,
Oke,
everybody
kita
ask
mulai
us whether we are
nanti
using
kita.
the Indonesian language. Hi everybody, sorry we are using Indonesian language.
I never get to practice my Indonesian anymore, so it's a rare chance that I don't get to do it
Yeah,
much nowadays.
but you have a perfect pronunciation of Indonesian. I love it. Hi, everybody. Cannot wait to share with all of you today. So I'm just waiting for the command. Hi, everybody. Actually, I'm waiting for the moderator to ask me to start the session. Should we wait for somebody now, or I can just start it? Can I start it now? Okay, thank you. So, greetings from Indonesia. My name is Indrajit. Thank you for the clapping. I love it. My name is Eko. I'm a professor of computer science from Pradita University. I'm one of the Metaverse activists and practitioners in Indonesia. On this genuinely prestigious opportunity, allow me to share about the development of the metaverse in the education sector in my country. In addition, I will share two case studies that my community friends and I have done in this regard. The first case is the development of SBM School, the first virtual school in Indonesia. And the second one is URSULA Catholic School Initiative, which focus on integrating the metaverse concept in the K-12 school education curriculum. The term metaverse became a topic of conversation in Indonesia at the end of the pandemic. The adoption of e-learning during COVID-19 forced schools of Indonesia to carry out digital transformation. Most of the school eventually apply the concept of blended learning and hybrid learning today. Because students consider e-learning as a standard practices, many schools are trying to find innovative educational model breakthroughs that can attract students' attention. As a result, several schools decided to adopt the metaverse concept in their learning activities. Ladies and gentlemen, problems arise when schools trying to understand what's actually metaverse for the education. Only few practitioners and school leaders know really what actually metaverse for the education. Most of them are confused about the characteristic, the scope, and the definition of the metaverse. Because of that situation, I invited several education and information technology practitioners to gather a Medusa technology community as a community and a platform to help these schools. The initial goal was to create and work on pilot project to implement the metaverse concept in the education of Indonesia. We were very fortunate because we immediately received the trust to work on two big pilot projects. The first one is the construction of the ISBM virtual school, and the second one, the initiative conducted by URSULA Catholic Schools. The following is an explanation of each of the pilot project. Welcome to SBM Virtual School. SBM stands for Suluh Bangsa Mulia. It's Indonesia's first virtual school prototype aimed at primary and secondary education, or K-12. This school is a considered breakthrough made by the homeschooling community in Indonesia, led by my fellow friend Maria Magdalena and Iggy Budiman. It took less than a year for this metaverse-based virtual school to be built, and it is currently entering the trial phase right now. Gradually, this virtual school is refined based on the feedback from various parties, such as students, teachers, parents, education practitioners, and also Indonesian regulators. Until today, hundreds of students have tried and enjoyed learning services at this school. If you look into the presentation, you will see about our SBM environment in the digital metaverse. You can see that we are building a large school which have 10 different regions. As befits a school, there are many buildings and complete educational facility. The image shows the main building and the atmosphere in several places, such as students' lounge, classrooms, laboratories, meeting rooms, and outdoor canteens. To present an innovative and varied learning experience, we also built various regions with different themes, such as gardens, under the sea, forests, fields, etc. Students enjoy exploring SBM schools' various facilities and environments because they cannot be experienced in the real world. So this is the snapshot or the screenshot of the environment of the SBM environment as the first virtual school in Indonesia. And then the second initiative is URSULA School Initiative. Contrast with the SBM schools, which are entirely virtual, URSULA School Initiative is to implement what they call as the cybergogy through integrating the metaverse concept into academic units that have been running so far. We are trusted to carry out three pilot projects in three different cities in Indonesia: Jakarta, Tangerang, and Surakarta. In Jakarta, we built a metaverse as a learning media tools. So we call this concept as the metaverse for learning. So the metaverse is used as the tools for learning media. Meanwhile, in Tangerang, we created a metaverse as a learning medium and also a place for learning itself. That's why we call this initiative Metaverse for and of Learning. In comparison, the most phenomenal is in the city of Surakarta. We are trying to implement, we try to implement project-based learning in a metaverse environment. This project has just finished. It's involved 20 teachers and 333 students. We call this initiative as the Metaverse for, of, and as learning. If you can see on the slide, this is the environment built by the 333 students who were divided into 60 groups. They were asked to build an environment of the metaverse based on the principle of sustainable development. We are trying to introduce the sustainable development goals to the students. So the 60 groups were asked by using their imagination to build the environment that's are green, clean, and good for our planet. From the result of this pilot project, it can be seen and created a variety of digital environment and artifacts that can be used for learning by high school students. So, since those two prototypes have just finished about a week ago, and based on the survey we conducted by the students, the teachers, and the principals, we can come out with the following conclusion. Reflecting on these pilot projects, applying the metaverse in education in Indonesia is very promising. The feedback results have shown three benefits that stakeholders feel. The first benefit, there is a high student engagement in the learning process. The engagement is between fellow students and between the fellow students and the learning resources. The second, there seems to be a phenomena of learning addiction among students. It is shown by their active interaction in the metaverse outside of schools, even during a holiday and during midnight time. And last but not least, the third, the result of developing metaverse environment by students shows their high imagination in seeing an ideal future world. They did an exploration, they created their imagination into the new digital environment. So, ladies and gentlemen, my 10 minutes is over. Thank you so much for this prestigious opportunity to share our experience in this event. Should you need a more detailed result of our pilot project, please don't hesitate to send us your message, and I'll be happy to share the detail about our pilot project to all of you. On behalf of the Metaverse community in Indonesia, we thank you for your attention. See you next time. Thank you so much. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. I forget to stand up. I forget to to make my avatar standing up. So now I'm standing. Thank you so much for all of your kindness. Okay, I got several questions from the chatting. How many students are part of the pilot school? 333 students. They are divided into 60 classes or 60 groups. Most of the students are coming from the 11th grade. Yeah, from the 11th grade. So 2 years before college. And we involve 20 teachers and 10 coaches. Coaches from our side, 20 teachers from their side, and 333 students. That is the answer for the question from Olive Tree of the Lighthouse. What program did your students use? We are using the Firestorms actually. Yeah. Actually, we are experienced with the Firestorm, with the Unity, with the Unreal, but we select the most light one, which is Firestorm. Is there any other question? Okay, if there is no more question, once again, I would like to say thank you, and I would like also to give my appreciation, token of appreciation to all of you, and let's enjoy the following program. Thank you.